Right, some breaking transfer news to bring you in regards to Arsenal and the pursuit of a striker. Dharmesh Sheth alongside me. Dharmesh, what can you tell us?
Yeah, this has been a saga throughout this transfer window. Arsenal's pursuit of a striker, and in particular, in the past couple of weeks, the Sporting striker Viktor Gyökeres. There's been all sorts of unsavouriness, if you like, between Sporting and the player himself. He hasn't returned to training. The Sporting president has been very disappointed with Gyökeres' actions. He says if whoever is masterminding this thinks this is going to change my mind about his future, then they're sadly mistaken. But we do believe that there has now been a breakthrough between Arsenal and Sporting over the signing of Viktor Gyökeres. We understand a deal has been agreed in principle whereby Arsenal will pay an initial £55 million plus performance-related add-ons, which we think will add up to around £9 million. So the total deal looks like it is around £64 million to get Viktor Gyökeres from Sporting Lisbon to Arsenal and potentially end this long search that Arsenal have had to bring in a striker to the Emirates. It looks like this one is going to happen. We were suspecting that it would be the case, and there was a lot of posturing from both sides. It should be said Arsenal have been pretty relaxed about the situation. They've looked on and seen the issues that Sporting and Gyökeres have had. Gyökeres believed that he might have had a gentleman's agreement to be able to be sold for a certain price below £60 million. The Sporting president has said, no, that is not the case. He's a Sporting player, and if it doesn't materialise this move, then it's good for us for the next 3 years, the remainder of Gyökeres' contract. But it looks like there has been a breakthrough now, and it looks all the money that the direction of travel is that Viktor Gyökeres will become an Arsenal player. This is turning into some window for Arsenal, isn't it? They brought in Kepa, the number 2 goalkeeper now in competition for David Raya. Martin Zubimendi has joined from Real Sociedad. Christian Norgard has joined from Brentford. Noni Madueke is on the verge of joining from Chelsea. The Viktor Gyökeres deal looks like it is getting very close. And add to that, they're still looking at a centre-half, Valencia's Christian Mosquera. And it hasn't been ruled out that Eberechi Eze could yet become an Arsenal player as well. So busy times at Arsenal, but it looks like the hunt for a striker is coming to an end.
Exciting times for Arsenal fans. Dharmesh, thank you very much for now. And as Dharmesh just alluded to, Noni Madueke is in London finalising his move from Chelsea to Arsenal. Madueke has agreed personal terms on a 5-year contract. A deal in principle is there, and he will have a medical.
We have to wait the final steps of the deal, but we are almost there. It's just about the final details, and then Viktor Gyökeres will become the new striker of Arsenal Football Club. Because this Sunday was a crucial moment in the negotiation between Arsenal, Sporting, Viktor Gyökeres and his agents, especially the role of his agents, to try get the deal done. And now the Here We Go is really imminent. Maybe while you're watching this video, the Here We Go is already there. At the moment, it's Here We Go soon, because Arsenal are closing in on this deal for Viktor Gyökeres. Sporting, while I'm recording this video, have still not confirmed anything, officially or privately. So at the moment, still working on the final details of the deal, but the Here We Go is coming for Viktor Gyökeres. And for Arsenal fans, it's a big moment. I spent basically the last 8-9 days here on the channel telling you, calma, relax, don't worry. There are reports from Portugal, Fabrizio, saying that the deal is off. Don't worry. There are reports saying that the deal is too complicated, Arsenal leaving the negotiations. Don't worry. Arsenal delegation left Portugal to return to London, so the deal is off. Don't worry. Never worry, because in this case, remember these guys when Viktor Gyökeres will be at the Emirates with Arsenal shirt in his hands. Viktor Gyökeres did everything possible to be an Arsenal player. If today we had at the Here We Go stage, it's because Viktor Gyökeres tried in every way to make it happen. And he gave up on a small part of his salary package. I already told you early last week how Gyökeres was prepared to do that and was a crucial step in the conversation. But also at some point, there was the possibility for him maybe to find a different way in this tension between Arsenal and Sporting. And that way could be Saudi, with a massive proposal discussed also by Sporting. Something like, okay, if we don't get a deal done with Arsenal, you can go to Saudi. It's big money, way higher than the salary offered by Arsenal. Viktor Gyökeres and this camp, the reply was very clear from the player, thanks, but for me it's only Arsenal Football Club. No chance for other moves, no chance for other possibilities. And then what happened? On this Sunday, many important things happened. With 2 meetings, one taking place in the afternoon, the other one tonight. Arsenal basically prepared the story by giving their willingness to get closer to what Sporting wanted, but also the role of the agents has been important because they reduce their commission in the deal. So instead of getting 10% from Sporting, they will now reduce that number. And so Arsenal are prepared to pay 63.5 million euros fixed guaranteed fee for Viktor Gyökeres. So that's going to be the fixed part of the deal, 63.5. Arsenal will also pay part of the commission to the agent of the player, so the final numbers will be higher, but in terms of transfer fee, the commission is in every single deal in football, not just in this one. So we have to talk about transfer fee, and the transfer fee will be 63.5 million euros to Sporting. Plus 10 million euros in add-ons. These add-ons are being completed in these hours, and this is what's gonna bring us to the here we go, the structure of the add-ons, but there are no problems, no big issues. Arsenal are quite relaxed also because they started exchanging official emails with Sporting to complete the transfer, and so Viktor Gyökeres to Arsenal is about to become a here we go. Again, maybe while you are watching this video is already gonna be a here we go because any minute it can come, waiting for a final approval from Sporting on the add-ons, and then Viktor Gyökeres, new Arsenal striker. We are almost there after a long saga, with the player always first giving priority to Arsenal, then saying only Arsenal Football Club. With a very strong position that made a difference in a very tense situation between the Sporting, the agents of the player, Arsenal, but never with the deal collapsing, never with the deal off. And so now for Arsenal fans, after a week spent here on the channel on YouTube, putting here my face and telling you this deal is gonna happen, this deal is ongoing, this deal is not collapsing, this deal is on, now we are at the here we go stage.
Arsenal are in the process of completing a deal to sign Viktor Gyökeres after taking final steps in negotiations with Sporting CP for the striker. Sporting confirm a deal in principle is in place, with an agreement of a 63.5 million fixed upfront fee plus 10 million in add-ons, while the striker's agent has waived his fee to help facilitate the deal. Talks have been prolonged by Sporting president Frederico Varandas refusing to accept what Gyökeres believes was an agreement to leave this summer for 60 million plus 10 million of add-ons. That amount is exceeded by Arsenal's proposals, and they have now made formal advances over terms of the switch in a bid to close the proposed transfer. Gyökeres has not returned to pre-season training with Sporting amid his desire to join the Premier League club, and a 5-year contract is lined up. The 27-year-old Sweden international emerged as Arsenal's preferred target to recruit a specialist centre-forward and prioritised them over all other suitors, while manager Mikel Arteta wants him to join the squad at the earliest opportunity. Gyökeres joined the Portuguese club in 2023 from Coventry City and has developed into one of Europe's most in-demand players. Last season he scored 54 goals in 52 games as Sporting won the league title and cup double. He would be Arsenal's fourth signing of the summer window after midfielders Martin Zubimendi and Christian Norgård joined from Real Sociedad and Brentford respectively, and goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga arrived from Chelsea. The club have also agreed a deal for Chelsea winger Noni Madueke. Arsenal were without a recognised number 9 for much of last season as they finished second in the league, 10 points behind champions Liverpool with 17 fewer goals scored. Kai Havertz and Gabriel Jesus filled in for much of the season before getting injured in January and February respectively, with midfielder Mikel Merino deputising in their absence late in the year. The Athletic reported in March that Arsenal were developing a strong interest in Gyökeres, who had been admired for some time by their newly appointed sporting director Andrea Berta. Gyökeres made his Sweden debut aged 20 and has played 26 games at international level, scoring 15 goals. There's quite an obvious appeal to Gyökeres when flicking through the numbers. His 68 league goals since joining Sporting 2 summers ago is well over double that of any other player in Portugal throughout that time, a brutal finisher, able to generate freakish power on either side. But there's more to the Swede than just lasered shots and penalty box poaching. Gyökeres is a prodigious runner, direct, explosive, and with the physical capacity to repeat those movements at high intensity. As we can see from his skill corner run profile below, comparing his off-ball work to strikers across Europe's top 7 leagues, has often targeting the space in behind, or pulling wide to run the channels, happy to take a defender out wide before powering inside and getting his shot away. The Premier League, of course, is a different proposition, and while Gyökeres clearly has the physical capabilities to battle it out with the strongest of centre-backs, he may not be afforded quite as much space to attack for a side such as Arsenal, often pass-heavy and patient in their build-up. He also isn't prolific in the air, without a single-headed goal in league football last season. But the Swede is a handful, a guaranteed goalscorer, a relentless runner, and a ruthless number 9 who can turn half-chances into goals. If Premier League teams thought they had figured out Arteta's Arsenal, this signing